Hello, we are Flow Unlocked, a dedicated team working towards an innovative solution to revolutionize the configuration of mass flow controllers. Harnessing the power of LabVIEW, we have developed cutting-edge commercial software that empowers users to effortlessly evaluate their controllers. With the seamless manipulation of settings, you can freely dial in your ideal flow rate while capturing all crucial data you need. Use our product today to save you time tomorrow.
In order to follow through with our concept development, we first had to analyze interfaces that are currently being used in mass flow controllers today. Those would include the field bus protocol, the Ethernet or TCP/IP interface, the serial communication interfaces such as the RS-232 and RS-485, and the analog interfaces. We also had to consider which operating system we wanted our interface to be compatible with, whether it be on Mac or Windows or Linux. Our first alternative was to implement a field bus on Mac OS, which would have allowed for an easier implementation of industrial applications. However, it would not have allowed for much customization. Our second alternative was to implement an Ethernet protocol on Windows, which would have allowed for high-speed communication, remote accessibility, and the web-based interfaces. However, those can be expensive and more prone to viruses. Our final alternative was the serial communication on Linux, which would have allowed for the precise data transfer, remote control, and other features that we wanted. However, there can be issues with software and hardware compatibility and a lack of standardization. Option 3 was then realized to have the most advantages, and so was the most feasible option to us. However, after several months of working on our project, we decided that rather than limiting ourselves to a Linux machine, we would create an exe file that can be installed on any operating system software. And we've also decided to exclude some of the features that we were originally aiming for.
This is the overarching block diagram of our project and everything needed to use our software properly. A gas of the user's choice is pumped into the mass flow controller from a gas tank. The MFC is powered by a power supply supplying between 15 to 24 volts. The USB 6001 is a data acquisition hardware that takes data readings from the MFC and also sends commands to the MFC, such as setting the flow and set point. Both the power supply and the USB 6001 are connected to the mass flow controller by a RS-232 to bare wire cable. Using the program we've created, users can manipulate the MFC and record accurate data. The USB 6001 acts as the middleman between our program and the mass flow controller, allowing for proper communication. This is the block diagram of the code written in NI LabVIEW. On the left is the block diagram for the login screen, and on the right is the block diagram for the main interface of the program that shows all the inner workings of the software and how it communicates with the MFC through the USB 6001. In this block diagram, you can see all the features we have added, such as the gas correction factors, the ability to log data, and the warning pop-up when the set point exceeds 100.
When you first boot up the program, you're going to be faced with a login screen. If you put in the wrong password, you're going to get a dialog prompt stating that you put in the wrong username or password. Now if you put in the right password, you're going to get full access to the program. As you can see here, we have many gas selectors for calibrating different gases used in the lab. We have set points with buttons, and then you can also type in your values as you see fit. There's also the flow full scale, so depending on the range of your mass flow controller, which in our case was 500, you get to adjust this as needed. And then you have the acquired values. And then finally, you have a save button here to save your data. So for example, with this green indicator, we know it's saved. And if I go to my documents folder now, and hit refresh, here we have our data. And now we can click log out.